This is one of the most underrated spots in Florida, and it's only 30 minutes away from Tallahassee. I really can't believe how people don't talk about this place more. Here's how to spend the perfect weekend in Wakulla, Florida. We started the day before sunrise at Shell Point Beach, which was so pretty. Then we headed offshore for some fishing with Ava Outdoors. It was my first time ever fishing, and we caught a few big ones. Captain Joseph was so patient with me and turned me into a huge fan of fishing, and all our catches turned into lunch. We took them to a catch and cook spot, and we tried it all. Fried, grilled, blackened, and the blackened won on both of our lists. After that, we went kayaking on the Wakulla River, easily one of the most peaceful places we've ever been. We saw manatees swimming right next to us, turtles, so many birds, and a couple of gators keeping their distance. Dinner that night was a Trident, easily one of our favorite meals of the trip. Fresh fish, incredible pasta, and honestly, we can't wait to go back. The next morning, we woke up early again for St. Mark's National Wildlife Refuge. The monarch butterflies were migrating south to Mexico, and thousands of them stopped in Wakulla for a few days. It's one of those things that it's hard to explain until you see it, but we wanted to stay there the whole day, but we had places to be, so we headed to the Wakulla Springs, the largest and deepest freshwater springs in the whole world. We saw more manatees, explored the old lodge built in 1937, and we learned they found mastodon fossils at the bottom of the springs. So wild how much history is packed into that place. Lunch was a riverside cafe right on the water, then we headed to the annual brew fest, local vendors, and seriously really good beer. And just when we thought the day was over, we got to visit an oyster farm with Ava Outdoors again, tried raw oysters straight from the water. I couldn't chew it the first one, so I just swallowed it, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. It was both our first times trying raw oysters. We learned how it all works, and somewhere in there we caught a 40-pound fish. He put on a huge fight, but it was one of the biggest highlights of the trip. We wrapped up the trip at Civic Brewing Company with some great pizza, wings, live music, and of course, another beer. Honestly, I don't know how more people are not talking about this area. Wakulla is one of those underrated spots in Florida that deserves way more love. If it's not on your list yet, it needs to be.